Do you like history? Do you like knowing the population of cities? Then this is the show for you. Let me tell you, boy.
Sadly.
If you like, subscribe, and follow This Is True Really News, you're going to find out what town, what county, how many people, what their primary business is, how many nicknames the town has, and
oddly enough,
drunk lives.
It's probably in a country you don't live in.
And please tell your friends if they like that kind of crap to like, subscribe, and follow This Is True Really News as well. Thank you.
And better if they don't.
Yeah, there you go. Teach them. And they'll learn something about geography every day.
This is True, Really News with Scott Combs and Tony Vercanis. All the news you're about to hear is true.
Really?
As far as you know.
I don't know. I've been here for 4 or 5 days we've been doing this. I'm going to squat. I'm still stupid. Thanks. What am I thanking you for? You're stupid too.
What do you mean?
Also.
Okay, there we go.
In a scene. Oh, I love that. In a scene eerily reminiscent of The Wizard of Oz, the Castellanos family of Araby, Louisiana.
Town population.
No, it doesn't tell me.
6.
Vlad didn't write this story, obviously. Took a wild ride as a destructive tornado ripped through the area.
Ooh.
According
how many constructive tornadoes are there? Tell me about that. If it hits the ground, it's going to destruct something.
Wait, I'm thinking. Okay, fine. ABC News reported.
Oh, God.
That Dee Castellanos was sitting on a couch in her living room when the house began to spin, whipping her into a bedroom. Her daughter, who has muscular dystrophy, was in another bedroom.
Oh,
the
really?
one-story home was lifted from its foundation and crashed down the middle of the street where neighbors called 911. The young girl was taken to the hospital. Can you imagine it? The whole house was moved a block.
Oh, that's
one of the
amazing.
Castellanos' pet birds stood among the rubble as they salvaged what they could. Family members were doing fine after the ordeal. The bird was heard to say, "What the hell?"
Right?
And he's not even a parrot.
My brother-in-law had that happen.
Had a parrot that said, "What the hell?"
No, had the house lifted off, and he dove on his daughter to grab her and spun him around, dumped him out in the yard. He got hit in the head with a television while they were in the tornado. It blew the house apart. And he said the worst part was showering afterwards because you basically get sandblasted. Your skin.
There are particles of places should not ever have sand.
A funeral in Peru, which is in South America, south of North America, and with Central America in between.
Stop it.
Was dramatically interrupted after
I will come over there with Lucille and club you sillier.
After knocking was heard from within the coffin. Rosa Kayaka had been involved
what the hell? We're not dead. We're dead.
She'd been involved in a serious crash that claimed the life of her brother-in-law and left her nephews with serious injuries.
So what, we're going to bury her too? Because
well, they thought she was dead. She was pronounced dead following the crash and later loaded into a coffin and headed for her funeral. It's like, she's dead. Let's bury her now.
So she was only mostly dead?
But when her relatives hoisted the wooden structure onto their shoulders, they began to hear strange sounds. They lowered the coffin, opened the lid to find a weak but very much alive Rosa peering up at them. Shocked, I say, relatives rushed Rosa, still in her coffin, to the hospital. I'm sure
they took the whole coffin to the.
Yeah.
That's got a best
emergency staff
ER day ever.
Sadly,
Honey, sit down. You're not going to believe this.
The medics hooked her up to life support immediately, and sadly, though, her condition deteriorated. She died a few hours later. Police are investigating, and Rosa's 3 nephews who were injured in the same crash are said to be recovering in hospital, but still in serious condition. So you can think about them when you say your prayers tonight. Tony?
No. Now I want a bell buried with me. Or like a shotgun, so I can just...
You got to lean.
Not me, the top of the coffin.
Oh, okay. There you go. I was going to say move your feet, or you're going to... They're going to hear boom. Ow.
No, they're going to hear booms. That squishy, noisy.
Ooh.
A UK-based startup called Invisibility Shield Company. CO is company, right? If it's CO period.
Or corporation.
A UK-based startup called Invisibility Shield has brought Harry Potter's most handy tool to reality, Oddity Central said.
Did they do anything for any houses in London?
Do you suppose they might have? Oh, I don't know.
Maybe they're architects. Maybe they're secret architects.
I don't think that invisibility was Harry Potter's biggest weapon, was it? I thought Hermione was his biggest weapon. Is that her name? I've never.
Yeah.
Okay. The only other word I know from Harry Potter is Hogwarts. Oh, I know Muggles.
You know about Muggles.
I'm a Muggle.
Yeah, you are.
The company's technology isn't quite as perfect as the fictional character's cloak, but it's close. From the observer's perspective, says the company, the background light is effectively smeared horizontally across the front face of the shield over the area where the subject would ordinarily be seen.
Yep.
So it is invisibility.
Well, in a way.
Sort of. Not as cool as the mirrors. Think of the poor birds.
Wow.
I mean, they'd have a full-time job at that house cleaning the bird guts off the
clunk.
I told you, right? My mom, you put a big honking mirror across from our front window in the living room.
The birds went crazy, didn't they?
Every day. Of course, they add the shield won't protect users from Dementors or from Voldemort himself.
He whose name shall not be spoked.
Too late. They hope to start deliveries. Well, they're supposed to have started deliveries in December.
Okay.
No, they hope to start deliveries this coming December. Who the hell would buy that? I mean, I'm a Batman junkie, but I'm not buying, okay, I'd buy a Batmobile. I'm not. Okay, I'd buy the uniform.
With or without nipples?
Without nipples. Don't be stupid.
Why?
That was so stupid. God. Both sides of that argument were idiots. We want Batman to have nipples. And see, the overwhelming question for both sides is why?
Why?
Thank you.
Nobody gets it. They're just dumb.
Now, Batgirl.
Undertakers in China were called to a nursing home in Shanghai to remove a resident who had died.
Okay.
Video of the incident appeared on Chinese social media as workers wearing PPE were removing a body bag from the hearse and unzipping it to find the pensioner very much alive. Remember, they're in Shanghai, so they're in lockdown. So these guys are wearing full hazmat suits.
Yeah.
The video shows workers demanding staff come to inspect the body. One individual can be heard shouting, "You come here and see if he's dead. He's still breathing. Didn't you see he's moving?" The nursing home has apologized for the poor handling of its patient, and a spokesperson said it is working with the local government to establish a special unit to investigate how the incident was allowed to happen.
My guess is there are going to be some people at the home who will just not be around anymore.
They're going to lock them in their houses. Don't come to work.
They're just going to put them in a bag.
That's China.
Let these guys handle them.
This is true, really news. Send email to titr@netradio.network.